Hi guys, my name is Vita. Welcome to my live stream today. I'm specially live streaming for you from Ukraine, and today's topic is Zelensky calls on allies to send fighter jets to Ukraine. And guys, today you've got me all, as always, for 2 hours. If everything is fine, welcome. Prepare your questions until I'm gonna share with you the main ideas of the topic today. And now guys, some news for you, some announcement. If you prefer listening to or reading our live streams, check out our podcast and blog at ukrainedating.ca. For newbies to our channel, here is a short video so you know more about me, who I am, and what actually I'm doing here, why I am here.
Ukrainian women, it's like 5 in 1. It's perfect mothers, perfect wives, perfect cookers, perfect lovers, perfect housekeepers, and perfect friends. Every man is a hunter, and every woman is a target. So every hunter wants to get his target. And every target, at the end of the day, would like to be chased and caught. Believe me, you will be happy with her. This lady, when she gets you, trust me, she will keep you with both hands and never let you go. Believe me, guys, the lady who is really interested in you and who really likes you never will ask you for money, for gifts or for presents from the early beginning of your relations. Why women look for foreign husband? Because women tired of laziness and non-responsibility of our men.
If we're talking about spontaneous sex on the first date, it also can be great for sure if both of you feel the magic and chemistry, but only from physiological side. Regarding psychology, guys, in majority of cases, chemistry is one of the smallest reasons why she may want you just on the first date. So remember, date is always for Ukrainian women is kind of exhibition. She will look at you, she will listen at you, smell you even, and evaluate you to make a general conclusion about your future destiny. So, okay, guys, we've got great news to share with you, and hopefully you're going to love this news. So, our long-awaited Brotherhood membership is now live. So, you now have 4 awesome membership levels to choose from to get the help and support you need to succeed at understanding what makes actually Slavic women tick, so you can be successful at courting them. So please note that our live chat is now for members only, starting next week. And yet we've made it cheaper than a bowl of borscht for you to join our Brotherhood, to make that available for you. So you guys welcome to check out our 4 different membership level perks simply by clicking the join button, which you can see at the bottom left of this video, which is right next to the subscribe button actually. So level 1 is called Truth Seekers, and it will only set you back $4 a month, yet you'll have unlimited live chats and 2 live cam shares every month. Also, your Borscht brothers asked us to set up a closed community chat, so that exactly that we've done for you. So now, guys, both Borscht Brother and Lions Den members can stay in touch 24/7 in our private chat. So, okay, boys, who's gonna help me to get the party started with a live cam share with me right now? Now I'm putting the Streamyard link in our chat, so you can simply copy, paste it in your browser, and you will see your live cam. So that's very easy. And please feel free to ask me any questions, as always, of course, about all things here in Ukraine, culture, mentality, current events, history, character of our beautiful, mysterious Ukrainian ladies, and of course, everything you want to know from me. And guys, now let me start my topic. Here is the link I would like to show. And also you can find it in the description. So guys, today topic is a very important topic, I guess, and that's about Zelensky visiting Ukraine. So actually we have today day 352nd, and probably some of you heard, and I know that you guys follow this news. Vladimir Zelensky actually visited Europe. So he left the country only once in almost a year of full-scale war. Made a busy trip on February 8-9, visiting London, Paris and Brussels in 2 days. So this unexpected tour could be a turning point in the war, as experts say, but it also has a chance to remain only a symbolic gesture. So there was no information about the Ukrainian president's trip to Britain. The day before, the mass media only considered whether he would really attend the European summit in Brussels, where he was actually invited. However, it turned out that Zelensky had more ambitious plans than just a symbolic gesture, right? And at noon on February 8th, a British Air Force plane delivered the Ukrainian president and his delegation, of course, to Stansted Airport near London. The head of the British government, Rishi Sunak, was waiting for him there. And as it turned out later, the program included not only talks with the Prime Minister, but also an audience with the King Charles III. That's very exciting news, by the way. Visit to the training also of Ukrainian tankers, and a speech in Westminster in front of British high-ranking officials. And in the evening of the same day, the president moved to France. So quite busy trip it was. The duet of Emmanuel Macron and Olaf Scholz was already waiting for him here. Zelensky ended his trip on February 9 in Brussels with a meeting with the EU leaders. And experts indicate that these visits combine symbolic and practical aspects, so both. On a symbolic level, the Ukrainian president showed special respect for the biggest partners during the war, Britain and the leaders of old Europe, Germany and France. There is a symbolism here, as experts say, because it was very important for the Ukrainian president to come to Europe after his trip to the States. It was very important to convey a certain emotion. And because there are certain elements of getting used to the war in Ukraine, we discuss it in Europe. We discussed it with you guys already. But that's not fatigue, but kind of habituation. People start to get used to the situation. However, the practical aspect was more urgent. In the east of Ukraine, a powerful offensive by Russian troops is already taking place. You know probably that already, or will begin in the near future. But as our military experts say, it's already started, but not the way how we expected, actually. In this context, it is important for Kyiv to receive assurances from its partners that they will get support and to understand which Western weapons the armed forces of Ukraine can count on in the nearest future. If in January the Ukrainian authorities managed to unblock the issue of the supply of tanks, now Zelensky also did not hide his main goal to get military aircraft. I'm addressing you and the world with simple but important words. Combat planes for Ukraine. Wings are for freedom. Actually, that was words of our president, and he announced a simple but powerful thesis before the gathering of representatives of the British authorities in Westminster. And the question seems to have started to move from a dead point, finally. At least Rishi Sunak announced the start of training Ukrainian pilots of Western fighter jets, and also instructed the Minister of Defense to investigate which aircraft can be provided. If you remember, guys, the situation with the Challenger tanks, so if before even in January, we were talking and asking for them. So Great Britain said that probably these tanks we're gonna send in spring, maybe by the beginning of summer. But now it's known that in March these Challenger tanks will be already in Ukraine. So the rhetorics is changing due to the current situation. So we'll see what's gonna happen with these fighter jets. And so, is it a trio of partners or a situational combination? That's also interesting question. And the format of some of the meetings that Zelensky held during his tour may raise questions for experts. For example, why the president did not visit Berlin and the German chancellor came to him for a meeting in Paris, where the negotiations were in the trio format of Macron, Scholz, and Zelensky. We actually should admit that in addition to protocol and diplomacy, there is also a certain psychological aspect related to the counselor's personality. As we can see, Scholz makes the most anti-Ukrainian statement, if you can say so, in his homeland, and he becomes more pro-Ukrainian when he is abroad. So, being away from his territory, Scholz had fewer chances to promise certain important decisions for Ukraine related to types of weapons. For example, if we talk about Eurofighter Typhoon, so on which most likely Ukrainian pilots will be trained in England, is a joint production of Britain and Germany. So Berlin, in this way, must authorize its transfer to third countries. So the meeting in Paris in the format of the triumvirate was rather a situational decision and not the development of a strategic format of cooperation. Now we rather see a triumvirate of Ukraine, Britain, and USA. There is a common agenda, the same messages. So former minister Pavlo Klimkin, former minister of Ukraine, he warns that the formation of new separate coalitions of allied countries can harm Ukraine. I would not like this fragmentation. I would like the Western coalition to remain as the whole, so that there was one specific leader, the USA, and among all the others there was unity, one for all and all for one. So actually were his words. And if we now form separate coalitions, we can lead to the emergence of discussions within the West, which will hinder the adoption of quick decisions. And Zelensky's two-day trip was mostly welcomed by Western media. Many leading publications paid the main attention to the visit. They called the allocating the necessary assistance to Ukraine, including aircraft and long-range weapons. However, against the background of firm handshakes and hugs and enthusiastic words, from Western leaders to the Ukrainians and Zelensky personally, no specific statements were made from them regarding the provision of the desired weapons to Kyiv so far. So Rishi Sunak announced the training only of Ukrainian pilots, and Olaf Scholz and Emmanuel Macron limited themselves to loud but only statements still that Russia must not win and France will lead Ukraine to victory. So later, the British Minister of Defense Ben Wallace generally stated that the transfer of aircraft to Ukraine is too long and a complicated process, as if it could be helped faster and more effectively in other ways. The same effects can be achieved by potentially in a different way and without the months that, of course, the transfer of fighter jets would take, he assures. Yeah, so they think that can help with another type of weapons instead of giving our airplanes, so combat airplanes. We'll see what's gonna happen. That depends on the current situation, guys, and we will follow this situation further. But still, Zelensky continues to insist on planes. Today, I heard from the leaders of some European states that they are ready to provide us with the necessary weapons, including airplanes, he said on February 9. And as for results of Zelensky's negotiations in Brussels, the long-awaited statements regarding the specific terms of Ukraine's accession to the European Union were also not heard from the European leaders. How then to evaluate this trip of Zelensky? Ukrainian ex-minister Klimkin calls this trip successful. He admits that according to his results, there were no specific statements from the allies, but instead there were clear feelings. So, like positive feelings, when you feel something is in the air, something good. There is a feeling that our allies will go further, that they will not stop at this decision to provide tanks. There is a clear feeling that the fear of Putin's regime and escalation is turning into a strategic understanding that it is necessary to talk with Putin exclusively from a position of strength, because as we all know, he understands only the language of power. International experts also admit that specific decisions regarding the aircraft are already being prepared and will be made at the Ramstein meeting of defense ministers on February 14th. But the former Minister of Foreign Affairs, Vladimir Agrisco, he generally believes that in addition to tactical and practical issues of military aid during this visit, perhaps the most important strategic issue was discussed: what to do with Russia after the Ukrainian victory. He draws attention to the moment that has not been in the focus of recent news. We are talking about the prospects of creating a special tribunal to punish the Russian authorities for aggression against Ukraine. And according to him, the statements of Western leaders showed that the issue is no longer debatable. So it is no longer a question to create or not to create. The question is now posed in a completely different way. To create, but which one? In what form? And all this together allows us to draw one conclusion. The civilized world finally will no longer work with Putin's regime, with him personally, and with his camarilla. And this in turn means that Ukraine needs to quickly ask questions about what the Russian Federation should look after its defeat in Ukraine and whether it should look like anything at all on the world map. So, guys, that was the main news, because all week our mass media, and I guess European and American mass media, discussing this visit, what to expect, what were the results, different reactions. Of course, in Russia, very nice reactions. Somebody from Russian mass media even noticed on some piece of video that when Zelensky was standing at the German flag, he made kind of this gesture, this movement, like kind of Z, and they start to create different stories that he make this Z gesture or movement. Something is wrong with them. And guys, of course, except Zelensky trip, I need to mention absolutely horrible rocket attack today, at least briefly, like main information. Today, like actually, the last days were absolutely tensed and full of stress here. Not all over Ukraine, but in Sumy region as well. People in total panic, like they say. I don't know, I cannot count, I don't have any statistic right now, like official statistic, not to lie. But seems like half of the city just ran away. Not so big traffic inside the city. It's more quiet. People try to get medications at drugstores. People try to get as much products, because all Sumy citizens remember how it was last February, when everything was closed: banks, supermarkets, gas stations. You cannot get your cash, you cannot pay with card, no electricity. So total chaos, panic, and running away. So really, we'll see what happened. But yesterday, one drone was shot down right here, and we actually got absolutely huge shilling. Absolutely, was very close and massive. Even we felt that in our house, even being inside, like, the door was hit by the wave hit. But yeah, people were nervous. Of course, people were nervous, and at night were some huge attacks at Zaporozhye and Kharkiv. I will mention later. And actually today we start to have siren just from 8 a.m., 8:30, and we just got cancellation just recently, maybe 40, 45 minutes ago, since 8:30 a.m. So what actually today damages and results of this attack? So at night, as I said, it severely was attacked Zaporozhye. Guys, just think, 17 rockets just to one city. That was, by the way, the most huge attack of Zaporozhye since February 2022. Of course, they have incoming hits. Of course, some rockets were shot down, but that's craziness, just, you know. And what is very important to mention, I don't know, I know that's early morning for some of you, probably you didn't have a chance to watch some news, but today Russian caliber cruise missiles crossed the state border of Ukraine with the Republic of Moldova. Approximately that happened at 10:30 a.m. And this missile crossed Romanian airspace. Very interesting fact. After that, these rockets again entered the airspace of Ukraine at the crossing point of the borders of the three states. The missiles were launched from the Black Sea. So, as you know, Romania is territory of NATO. Here is the question. What's gonna happen? What will be the reaction? Because normally, we should see absolutely clear and strict answer immediately. But again, we understand people will get afraid to show too sharp reaction, right? Because that can lead to escalation. And we'll see what's gonna happen with this fact. But what is very interesting, actually, they did it intentionally. They sent these rockets intentionally to avoid our anti-aircraft systems. And later, so actually Zaluzhny confirmed they are crossing the Romanian border. But after few hours, Romanian military authorities claimed that this rocket didn't cross the border of Romania, but it was very close, like just 35 kilometers away from Romanian border. So their anti-aircraft system catch these rockets. I mean, just noticed, no, recognized to say correctly. For me, that's like the same what happened, before. So even if it crossed, the country doesn't want to make the problems even bigger, because if they reply and if they do something, so that can cause too much bigger problems. So we'll see. This situation this fact is very interesting, and we'll see how the world authorities will react on this situation. What actually happened? A massive missile attack continued for the whole day, and I believe we're gonna have again all night. We have sirens non-stop and very long sirens, and we got information about the explosion in Khmelnytsky. Absolutely big damages, power outages, and other utility services are possible, like water or heating. Explosions were in Vinnytsia. Air defenses was working in Lviv, but Lviv Mayor, just before we start streaming, already confirmed incoming hit into infrastructural object. In Kiev, debris from a rocket in the Holosivsky district damaged 2 cars, a house and power grids. In Zaporizhia, 2 arrivals during the day. Sounds of explosions are heard in Ivano-Frankivsk, but just heard, not confirmed still. But if I'm not mistaken, they already confirmed also recently, like few minutes ago. Previously, they said it was air defense, but we'll see also the actual information we will get later. And I believe that's not the end for today. Part of Khmelnytsky was cut off after explosion. Half of Ukraine was switched off of electricity. At least Odessa, Kiev, Dnipro, Khmelnytsk regions, they were switched off from electricity. Sumy is okay so far, thanks God. So the Russian military hit energy infrastructure facilities in 6 regions. So quite successful. Emergency shutdowns have been introduced. As I said, the most difficult situation right now is in Zaporozhye, Kharkiv, and Khmelnytsky region. Totally today, guys, was shot 71 rockets. Quite big. You remember last time it was 38 or 35 something. Today it was double more. So as experts say, they don't have too much rockets, but as we see, they have still. They have. So 61 of these 71 were shot down by us, and also were shot down 5 drones, this UAV. Today, Russia launched a record number of C-300 missiles, up to 35 in the Kharkiv and Zaporozhye regions. Just imagine, guys, these 2 cities, Kharkiv and Zaporozhye, got 35 strikes, rocket strikes. That's something incredible. Kharkiv actually got 8 people injured, unfortunately, but no information about dead people so far. Over Kiev today was shot down 10 missiles by us, and over Odessa 13 missiles. Absolutely record numbers today. So they are full of rockets still, and we're gonna suffer more. So, and guys, that actually the main information, because this air raid siren just was cancelled, and the damages, the scale of damages and demolish is just counting right now, and we were gonna get some update later. And of course, I would like to mention and to say my sorry. I don't know, I cannot find the word. I guess you know, guys, what happened in Turkey this week, and that's absolutely incredible and absolute grief. I don't know, cannot find the words. Today was the latest update from Turkish government. So far, 18,342 dead people. I cannot imagine the numbers. And 74,242 injured. So horrible tragedy, horrible. Just in few minutes, almost 1,100 people, 100,000 people suffered from such an unexpected event. And today I read after 101 hours after earthquake, the mom and her 10-year-old son were taken out of ruins alive. They are hospitalized right now. Just imagine 100 hours, poor mom with small child, young child, were staying under ruins. So that's around like five days, guys, without water, without food, being injured. Oh my God. So absolute tragedy. What was the most... That wasn't surprising for me, but as always, I like to read some Russian publics. I have some friends in Turkey and we discussed the tragedy. Of course, I contacted them who is alive and is it far from them. And I saw that Russians were celebrating it that day. In their publics, it was like a kind of holiday. They were laughing and smiling and happy, like finally they deserve that. Insanity, just no words to comment, even when the whole world stands behind and give the hand of support. So yeah, of course, Russian authorities, Russian government sent some humanitarian help. That absolutely, because Erdogan are kind of friends with Mr. Putin. But ordinary people, they were really happy. And that was so disgusting to read those comments. They are people, and these people are not even Ukrainians you are fighting with. That's not their guilt, and that's not their mistake. And lots of thousands of kids were in those houses. If you saw those videos and photos, incredible, incredible. The worst enemy cannot be so cruel as these people are. And they were telling that it serves them right because they're helping Ukraine and send some help and all. Oh my God. Oh my God. So these people keep surprising me still. At least I guess they are cruel against Ukrainian people, but seems not. But seems not. Not only to Ukrainian, the reaction probably would be the same to any country which, however, helps Ukraine or support Ukraine or neutral in this situation. But yeah, insanity, what I can say. So guys, that were the main information for you for today about Zelensky trip and about this massive rocket attack today. Before guys, I get back to chat to say hello once again to everybody and to say absolutely huge thank you for joining me today and for spending these 2 hours with me. That makes me happy every time I see all of you. I need to make some announcements and then you just think about the questions you would like to ask me. Get ready, okay? And I need to remind for guys to subscribe, to like, and to hit the bell. I guess guys who watch our live streams constantly, they already did it. I don't need to remind them. But for you guys, probably that would be, important because by giving us likes, by subscribing, you move our videos higher and more people will see that. So if you find our live streams useful and interesting and relevant, so do this and help us to spread our information among people who may need that. And guys, if you love our streaming and want to support us in sharing the truth with you here, we'd really appreciate if you would do what I actually mentioned. And again, just wanted to say that we are super grateful for all your donations that have made continuing of our mission every month possible, guys. So a big maladets to all of you. To cover expenses, guys, you can imagine we need just 40 followers to donate a small Starbucks coffee daily. Remember, our mission at ukrainedating.tv is to educate you, Western foreign guys, with the truth about Ukrainian women, to increase your real chances and possibility of marrying a Ukrainian woman and to create, of course, international marriage and family and desirably, as I like to say, successful and happy. And our top 3 VIP donors are as our big thank you to our top 3 donors, we are giving them founding member status, which comes with special privileges as always, including one free $75 value Zoom coaching with beautiful Janechka. So these guys are Thomas Ramsey, John Zuniga, and Juan Vasquez. And top 10 donors. Oh, here we are, guys. So you see, as I said, that's not the end. We'll see what happened now. This I would like to tell bad word, but I guess YouTube can block me. I don't need it, so we continue so far. But I will need to follow, guys, because right now in Sumy region the situation is very, very, very tensed. So, okay, so Jacob Dickerson, Antoon Nortier, J.C. Oiley, Kevin Irwin, Grant Smith, Kerson Hicks, William Anga, Rodney Podesta, Bradford Hazard, and Jesse Kelly. So, guys, thank you for your great and ongoing support of our mission here at UkraineDating.tv. Who has this chance and possibility and desire and comfort to your budget, you can donate to support us at match guarantee, spelled with a y.com/donate. And the link you can find below in the description of this video and all the rest of our videos. So guys, now I am all yours, at your disposal. Hopefully nothing bad will happen. And I'm ready to answer all your questions. Jacob, hello. Thanks for coming. And hello, what? Thanks for coming, guys. And yeah, hi Vita. I saw in the news just there a missile attack today, and one was crossing the Moldova airspace. Hope nothing is Sumy. We saw rockets flying above Sumy. We saw, but thanks God they were flying further. The direction was, as they said, Sumy Kiev, yeah. And as we very close to borderline, yeah, it's very easy for them to launch these missiles to Kiev, to Poltava. And all these, not all, but big amount actually of missiles flying over Sumy. 2 days ago, drone or rocket was shot down. That was a huge explosion. People were in panic. I don't understand why local authorities send kids to school. To my mind, absolute and total insanity, craziness. At such a moment, schools without any shelter. So yeah, they send kids, and today was a great example. Today, kids for classmates of my younger daughter. I told you I didn't allow my daughter to go to school because I think that's absolutely no necessary to do right now in such a danger. So we stay at home and we learn all the material by ourselves, and then we make home task and send it online to the teacher for checking, for testing, right? So today the lesson should start at school 8:45, and as you know, 8:30 siren started. So actually, and then cancellation was just afternoon. So all parents who brought kids to school, they just came, dressed up kids, got siren, then dressed up and left. Why? For what? That's kind of torturing people, even in addition, Yeah, probably who lives quite close, that's fine, like in the nearest entrance, But for people who live a little bit further and need to use transportation, or to walk quite long, that's absolutely not necessary things. I think school right now is not the most important part of our life, definitely. But local authorities keep doing their plans. Okay. So yeah, this rocket crossed Moldova, and they already confirmed, Moldova government confirmed that already. But that's interesting because Zaluzhin couldn't lie, and he said that missile crossed the Romanian border as well. We'll see how this situation will start to grow, what will be the result. But probably the easiest way for Europe right now is, as I said, to say it was very close, 35 kilometers away from borderline, but nothing specially happened. But just think, those handicapped, those invalid, who already missed, who constantly missed the targets and who constantly got into civilian residential houses, civilian infrastructure like schools, kindergartens, hospitals. Of course, some of those shots are absolutely specifically they shoot their places, but at the same time, some can be like misachieving, so they miss the target. So what if that rocket fall in Moldova or in Romania? Very interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, we got siren all over Ukraine. We'll see. We'll see, guys. So, Jacob, I don't know where everyone is. Some probably working, some probably sleeping, some probably driving, some probably at gym, some probably sick and tired of me and just decided not to come, not to listen about this war anymore, So different stories. Everybody has different stories. But as I said, I'm very thankful, guys, for those who find the possibility to join me, because to talk to myself would look a little bit strange, if you don't have people in the chat and you just explain and maybe ask the question yourself and give an answer. That could be fun. Yeah. Gregory, hello. Thanks for coming. Hello, hello. What? Saw the video of Scholz standing in front of the Ukrainian flag. Can joke about that. Or you secretly want to be a Ukrainian. Yeah. Or they changed the places, maybe showed kind of, symbolic gesture, as they said. So Zelensky was standing in front of German flag, and Scholz stand in front of Ukrainian. Yeah. Rodney, hello. We missed you. Hi. Pleased to see you are safe and well. Best wishes to you and family from Rodney in UK. We know, Rodney, that you missed my live streams, but you attended another girl's live stream. I will be very jealous, Rodney. So don't do that again. Into the void. Hello. Thanks for joining. God bless Ukraine. Yeah. Tracy, hello. How are you? Thanks for coming as well. Yeah, modern day Nuremberg trials. Yeah, but we will see. Anyway, they are creating something like that. They are creating, but how it will work, what countries will join. Anyway, that's really difficult. That's very, very difficult to clarify all the cases, because some will be double cases. They need to collect like thousands tons of materials, but yeah, we need that. By the way, that was very interesting news 2 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, about, unfortunately I can't share with you because that's in Russian. You cannot understand, I guess, no subtitles. SBU caught the conversation between Mr. Poo and some guy in LNR DNR. And this conversation happened specifically at that time when Boeing was shot by Russians, you remember? And during the conversation, absolutely clear and obviously that at that period, starting from 2014, Russians were controlling Donbas region, actually. So their thesis, it's not us there, or there were not us there, not working anymore. So very, very clear. I would like to share, but I couldn't find that in English. So probably you will find some in internet. So quite interesting. Yeah. What? Russian testing the waters. They are probably trying to see how far they can go before NATO has enough. Yeah, absolutely. That they are talking about red lines, about leopards. They are calling that red lines. Like Europe already crossed the red lines, but to cross another country's borders, which are not involved in the war, that's already like that's a sign actually of clear aggression. Europe should react somehow, should react, but we'll see. Just interesting what gonna happen if some of these rockets fall down, make some damages, or kill someone. What would be the reaction then? So what to wait until that really happens? Because if that happens today and no reaction, no punishment, know some special steps to prevent such cases in the future, then Mr. Pooh can think that's fine, we can continue. We told you we're gonna bomb like France, Poland, Estonia, Lithuania, Paris. What's that they wanted to Berlin. We want to repeat, this thesis, which is very popular right now. We can repeat. We can repeat. Можем повторить. We can repeat. And they like this phrase now. They use it oftenly. So, yeah. Rodney, Ukraine are receiving all military aid. NATO are not going to make public everything they give Ukraine. Absolutely. With that, guys, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. I even know about some very good aid for our region. I know, I saw, but I won't announce. Yes, but about this aid, I never even came across in any mass media. So, yeah. And by the way, this week, guys, we got one scary night. This fighter jet was flying just above us, and it was very scary. My elder daughter woke up with a huge stress, wake me up. What's that? What's that? And I was sleepy, and I said, oh, probably that's train. She said, no, that's not train. And then, yes, we understand what that was. And after the huge line of equipment crossed just on the next street. So all houses were trembling, all windows. So people, of course, get scared. Of course. So, but we know that it's far from everything is announced on public, of course. And actually, I don't think ordinary people should know something, but not because all this information spread all over internet, and Russians see that also part of proxy war, right? That they can read and get scared and panic. We got a lot of fake messages, absolutely crazy and scary messages just on last weekends. Then people start to run away from here. Yeah, we'll see. Eyes open. Yeah, Javita, similar in Syria as well with the earthquake. Yes. I didn't mention Syria. Syria, if I'm not mistaken, got 25 25 victims, 25,000, sorry, 25,000 of victims. Yeah. And that, by the way, that earthquake, you remember that day, guys? Almost all over the world, even in USA, got some hits. In Japan, by the way, one volcano woke up, which was sleeping for more than 100 years. Some hits were felt in Russia as well. Some small hits, even if I'm not mistaken, in Ukraine. They were predicting some hits in Ukraine, but nothing happened. But yes, absolute tragedy, absolute tragedy. I agree. What? Vita, Netherlands considered giving F-16 jets some time ago, but was waiting for other NATO members, I believe. Yeah, would take quite some time to train Ukrainian pilots, so the sooner they decide, the better. Of course. That will help us to protect our civilian infrastructure, our people, and of course, will change the currency of war. Yeah, I wanted to mention, guys, also, but probably we're gonna mention that tomorrow, because I guess tomorrow we're gonna talk about battles in east of Ukraine, in the east of Ukraine. But there is very hot right now, very hot. They succeed somehow in Bakhmut. More data I will give tomorrow. They fail near Ugledar. Yeah, the hottest places right now. Ugledar, Bakhmut. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, so we are waiting. Eyes open. UK fighter jet training is 2 years, 6 months. Sunak tried to tell Zelensky that. We understand that. Yeah, we understand that. But the same information were not only about fighter jet. That was the same with Patriot, with Leopard tanks, and with all the rest types of weapon. You can understand, guys, at the beginning of war, we didn't have no European types of weapon. And normally, all these people, all these soldiers should get trained for many months. But you see, our soldiers, they are very smart, they're very motivated, they're very inventive, and I won't get tired to repeat that because I really think that. And actually, they are trying to do their best to learn faster. That's not, of course, the same like to teach me, people have some basic knowledge, they have some experience. It's like special people will be trained, right? So I guess, anyway, I can't influence the situation. And given our fighter jet, but I guess our guys will manage. If they need, they are motivated and they will manage. So, Tom, hello. Good morning. Yeah, what, Vita, hope the injuries and damage caused by the missiles in Kharkiv and Zaporozhye was minimal. They got mostly to civilian infrastructure and to infrastructure, energetical infrastructure, like for heating, water, and yeah, now we are announced that we're gonna all this electricity blackouts are coming again because we really relaxed last week. We really relaxed. But again, because really big damages, almost in 6 regions, so we're gonna stay without electricity again. And yeah, that will be a new schedule announced, as they said. and they're almost done. 1 second, here it is, by the way, about zooming, guys. We'll see if I will be able 1 second to finish my live stream. Okay. My schedule will let me do that. Although around 1 hour before, our mayor, our governor announced that we're gonna be okay today, but no, new schedule. So, but we get used to that. That's not something new. Yeah, Tom, my friend in Kiev says many rockets today. Absolutely, 71. Guys, I want to show you some photos which I prepared for you. By the way, here is the short video when Russian guy today, that's a fresh video, sending bombs, and he said good morning Zelensky. Just watch, it's like a 10 seconds video.
С добрым утром, Зеленский!
You saw? Falling down bombs or rockets, and said, good morning, Zelensky. And yes, guys, this is Kiev. This is Kiev today, by the way. 1 second, I will write current event. This is Kiev today, guys. Students, kids are studying, you see, no matter what. People stay, you see, even dog, students sitting on the floor, people waiting for few hours. People were waiting for few hours, around 4 or 5 hours, I don't remember even. And you see this dog and kids, yeah, they keep living, and they're doing what they can, even in such situation. And here is actually the map. If you see on this map, if somebody can get it closer, so where you see the sign of missile, the sign of rocket, that was the work of our anti-aircraft defense system. Where you see explosion, that was for earlier, not all regions, not all incoming hits mentioned still, because it was earlier, not before live stream. But still, you see Kharkiv, you see Zaporozhye, Khmelnytsky, also was Lviv edited, Ivano-Frankivsk was edited, Vinnytsia was added, sorry. Yeah. So, many rockets today for many hours. All night long we had sirens, even. It was 16 drones, 16 UAV flying. 5 of them were shot down. All the rest, unfortunately, get missiles, get to their targets. Yeah. Jacob, Zita. Who is Zita, Jacob? Who is Zita? We are sitting on pins and needles, knowing if you watch any movies since your last stream. Jacob, I should confess, no. I should confess, really. I really would like. I have to plan that separately. This week was really hard. That was full of stress, full of nerves, full of panic somehow, and I even, honestly, I didn't have even mood to watch something funny, because really, for me, that was a stressful week. I'm not in a mood for something like that. I watch something with my younger daughter before going to bed, kind of animated cartoon or kind of family movie, about animals. something like that to relax a little bit, because all day long and night you think only about this. But I promise you, I will watch and report you. I didn't forget, I have my list, but need just to find proper time for that, proper mood and proper time. What? Vita, you were frozen for a moment. Happened earlier also. Okay. But for a second, right? Yeah, probably some starting some problems with electricity, because I see part of the city already switched off. So the signal probably can be, but hopefully right now that's fine, right? What? Russia continues to show barbarism. I wonder how future generations will manage to go through their lives being cut off from Western technology and development because of the actions of the orcs. Absolutely agree with you. Absolutely agree with you. And, the main question is, so far, they are split. The society, Russian society, is divided into two groups: younger generation and middle-aged generation and older generation. Like older generation, mostly all of them for this special war operation, right? And they actually think we deserve what we are getting here, and Mr. Pooh doing right and good, and they absolutely support him. Younger generation, more and more younger generation, have clear minds and open minds, and they are against. I even read some stories when some students and even school pupils were against war, and they published some anti-war theses at their social pages, and they were blocked, and they were chased, even by classmates, by local authorities. So, and some group of people who actually don't care, but the majority of people, of course, they support this war. They support. The problem is, you remember, after the Second World War, the German people, next generation, they realized and understood the barbarism of their previous generation, of those actions, right? And they were really sorry. So when people really sorry, that's a different story. And you see, even now, something is flying. Oh my God, some sound I hear. And you see, we now kind of partners and normal, absolutely atmosphere between countries, but not so many years passed, but that depends how people work out on lessons, on their mistakes. I believe that's in Russian blood, in Russian genetics, to be barbarians. They don't understand. They are happy when people dying, kids dying under the ruins because of earthquake. What can change them? I don't know. I think hundreds of years will have to pass when they understand finally that they were wrong and did mistake, and that mistake cost 100,000 of blood of people, not only from our side but from their side. I really watched. I believe, guys, you cannot see those videos from our front line, from our hot zone, like soldiers make videos and send, and some people sharing horrible videos. I can tell you, horrible. I don't know how should psychology of the person work, that when there is a moment you get used to those pictures, and they see our soldiers, they are coming among dead bodies of their soldiers, blood and everything. Oh my God. For me, that's not. I'm not happy. I'm not happy looking at those videos and those photos. I understand still hating them with all my heart. Still, I understand that probably some of them somebody's son, and probably some of them didn't want to go to this war, just were forced and didn't have chance to escape, or probably planned but didn't manage. But some videos are really shocked. They are full of shock and they shock people. And even at this moment, I have mercy. I tell you, my heart is full of hatred. But even in such situations, I find something deeply inside of me, some mercy and some sorrow, because I can understand how that people feel at this moment, being wounded or injured or half alive. What were their last thoughts, or if they had chance to think about something last seconds, or if they died suddenly or slowly suffering. But these people know. So I think these people cannot be changed and they will be isolated. I believe they should be isolated. Such barbarian nation, such cruel nation should be isolated from all civilized world in order they don't have even idea in the nearest future or after many years that they can do something like that. So yeah, I agree with you, what with your thoughts, absolutely. Yeah, North Korea 2.0 in the making. Yeah, current generation teens, they will slowly be phased out in their social media lives like this. Yeah, agree. Rebel, hi, hello, thanks for coming today. Thanks. Rebel, Vita, the evening host said that she met 10 people from Match Guarantee before finding one. Is that normal? Of course, that can be normal. Why not? It's not like you find your love even among your nation, your local girls immediately, right? You need to choose, and that's the problem. That's the progress. Oh my God, that's the process. That's the process, guys. Sorry, just happened with some people. Meeting can be successful from the first date. That depends on the chemistry. That depends on the proper choice. That depends on how men choose the lady and how lady was choosing the guy. And if they were smart and wise, smart and wise, money wise, physical attractiveness wise, age gap wise, a lot of factors wise. If the guy evaluate everything and the girl evaluate everything properly and they did the right choice, then it can happen, of course, much faster. But for some people, you can meet 10 and more and 20 and 30. That depends. We don't know, I don't know about whom you're talking, but as an example, ladies can have high level of demands. Maybe she's looking for 35-year-old mature with a perfect body, being a millionaire, having his own business, living far from his mom in the private villa at the seashore. So we don't know. We don't know what her expectations. At least me, I don't know about what girl you're talking right now, but that's absolutely possible. The same can be with a guy. If the guy, sorry, is aged person, right, and not financially stable, but still wants lady like 25 with a perfect body, looking like a model, with a silicone breast, and lips and everything, all this tuning. So he cannot evaluate correctly, wisely his physical abilities. He cannot actually simply satisfy sexually such type of ladies, right? He cannot satisfy her financially, emotionally. So in all aspects, he cannot satisfy. So then he can be like a horse in the circle, merry-go-round, vicious circle. He can met until he understands, oh, probably I'm doing something wrong. And believe me, some guys can be really stubborn, some European guys, no matter, because I met with a lot of guys and they had a lot of coaching and training and giving advice and tips and discussing their personal stories and stories of constant unsuccess, but people don't want to listen. That was like we're talking about. I can tell you the truth, but probably you won't like that. But if you cannot accept that, you will do the same mistakes. You will keep watching for the same type of lady, or the same age group, of the same physical type. And everybody has his own priorities and preferences. That's not bad to meet 10 guys if she doesn't have sex with all of them, right? With all 10. So if that was just a romantic uh, dating, trying to see who you are, who I am, to show who I am, and to see if we can get some chemistry, dating can be nice, but some phrase at the end of the dating can kill everything. Very good example. Let's share the bill. Let's say it's a primitive example right now, but still can be. Maybe not bad guy, but came not accurate, not tidy. That maybe good manners, maybe nice and pleasant, but showing some, by the way he was dressed up, even showing some not disrespect, but not so big importance of this date. And our ladies, if you listen to that my intro where I said that every date with Ukrainian lady, it will be kind of exhibition. So she will look at you, she will smell you, she will evaluate everything: how you talk, how you look, your manners, how greedy you are or how generous you are. Don't misunderstand, don't confuse it with being stupid and being able easily to be scammed. So good lady anyway, even if she want to test you, she won't tell you, let's go shopping, or I need something, or fall down the phone just in front of your eyes and telling, oh, my phone, oh my God, what to do. No, good real lady will not do that things. But simple things, she will check you for sure. And maybe some idiotic phrase or some idiotic question, or can be. I don't see anything bad in meeting 10 people until you find the only one, if you don't get into bed with all of them. So uh, maybe she's looking for, brunette with blue eyes, some standards, some physical parameters which we don't know, but maybe think, oh, maybe if he's blondine and but probably pleasant person, maybe I will get some chemistry. So a lot of factors. That's nothing bad. That depend on chemistry between you and your lady. I know some cases when people get chemistry from the first date and absolutely, and when the guys planned to meet other girls, they canceled all the rest dates. The same story was with girls. When she was expecting to meet 1, 2, 3 guys, like who are coming, like in 2, 3 weeks, within 2, 3 weeks, after some 2, 3 dates with one guy, she canceled. She said, okay, I found this one, I like him, and I want to develop relationship with him. So that's possible. So don't be scared about that. That all depends on individuality, and every case absolutely individual story. So don't be afraid of that. Yeah. Tom, putting your head in the sand doesn't make it go away. Yeah, yeah. What eyes open chips and semiconductors that they need to produce things in their country mainly comes from the West. My country indirectly supplied a lot of chips that orcs use for their weapons. Yeah, almost all country, guys, because anyway that's business, and anyway every country will first of all think about interests of their own country. Of course, now not so much because everybody understand, but before I guess that's like normal story. So guys, yeah, we have a little bit less than 45 minutes. What? Yeah, Rebel Evening Host, could you be more specific? Vita doesn't know where you're from or what time zone you live in. Yulia, Jana, or Maria. Yeah, but anyway, what? I gave the answer, so that's fine. That's fine. Can be 10. Nothing bad. I cannot see anything bad in that. Uh, we don't know the lady, what she has inside, what's her mentality, and what she really wants. Maybe she is looking for the single guy who will tell the specific words or won't tell specific words at the date. And everybody was telling probably the same, or ask the same questions. We don't know. So I don't see any criminal in that. Tracy, the Russian situation is like the frog and a pot of boiling water. Turn up the heat on the water slowly enough, the frog will stay in the water until it's boiled alive. I like your story, Tracy. I like your idea. I really like your idea. Yeah, I like. But what? I'm in US, so there is only one who does evenings. I wasn't for sure of her name, but I think it's Maria. I need to watch that video because I don't watch other girls' videos sometimes when I have chance, but not so much possibility to join. So, but I will check. I will let you know. Rodney Vita, it will invoke Article 5 of NATO Convention. If any Russian ammunition touches NATO countries, it will start full European reaction. So what? Today it happened and no reaction. It will be discussed somehow, but believe me, they don't want to make the sea wave bigger than it is right now. Not to put additional woods in the fire, not to make fire bigger. So it's easier for them until nothing critical happens. I mean, nothing was damaged, nobody was killed or injured. They would prefer to pretend it was flying 35 kilometers away the borderline. That's it, just to stop where that is. If something more serious happens, then probably. But so far, I guess for them it's easier to, you know, to do like that. To do like that. George, hello, thanks for coming. Zelensky is a puppet of the NWO. The people of Ukraine pay the price. The EU tells Zelensky one thing to his face and does another from behind. I'm sorry for it. George, I can't agree with this idea, but I can accept the possibility that you are right. So that to say correctly. So far, my emotions disagree with this statement, right? And I know that the majority of Ukrainian people absolutely for Zelensky, as I said, and we're proud of him. But Guys, everything in this world possible. Everything. I guess the whole truth we gonna learn after the war, probably after many years, as it happens with Lenin, with Stalin, and with Holodomor, with a lot of tragic pages of our mutual history with Russia. So everything is possible, but so far, I'm sorry, I have to disagree. I can agree that Europe can do different things in the face and behind. That's possible. That's possible. That's possible. But to some extent, Zelensky can be a puppet because he wants to protect his country. He is with his people, and really, he's ringing all bells. Though 1 year ago, that sounds absolutely crazy what he is doing, but he's knocking with his legs in all doors and ringing all bells, like, help Ukraine, help Ukraine, help Ukraine. He understands probably that his desires are too much already. He understands that Europe is getting tired. He really see that people of Ukraine are getting tired too. Some start to get relaxed until when another part of Ukraine is absolutely suffering, severely suffering, almost surviving, some not surviving. But we are thankful that he is not even shy, and he doesn't have any idea to stop, even if he understands he looks funny somehow or strange asking for more and more weapon. So we are thankful for that. And I know for sure, if there were some other guy in his shoes, I mean, as a president, probably Ukraine won't exist anymore on the map after this year. So he seems to me a very sincere person. He's simple person, and he's communicative, he's smart. Of course he can do something wrong, what probably ordinary people can consider he is doing wrong. That's normal, guys. That's normal, guys. Some of you are for Trump, some for Biden, some against Boris Johnson, right? Some for Boris Johnson. That depends on people, on their knowledges, experience, skills to analyze situations, to analyze different factors, history, and yeah, we have what we have anyway. Anyway, we Ukrainian people, we can count only on that. We can keep fighting, we can keep surviving, we can keep pretending to have kind of normal life during all these rocket attacks and sirens 24/7. So that doesn't influence, that doesn't depend on us. Sorry, that doesn't depend on us. Rodney, training also going on in Ukraine as we speak. Yes, true. Yeah. Putin's navy will end up at the bottom of Black Sea and also Sea of Azov. Hopefully. Rodney, Kerch Bridge will not be there in few months. Yeah, I guess I see due to the situation, the more concentration will be now even on Crimea than on Donbas area. But I don't want to give my non-professional predictions or prognoses or ideas. I just can state how it is. I have some friends who are soldiers there in Mariinka, in Bakhmut, Uglidar. I talk to these people so I can get information from good resources, I mean, but still, I'm not war expert, so we'll see. Everything can be changed. Everything can be changed. You see, in Bakhmut, they succeed. They succeed. Jacob, Zita is your alter ego, I guess. Okay. Okay, Zita. Zita. That was, you remember Zita and Gita? Two Indian girls. When I was younger, it was a movie, Zita and Gita. So I can agree to be Zita, if that please your ears. No, Jacob, that was just joke. No need to say sorry. I understand, guys. You type somehow. Somebody has fingers too big, tuk, 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 to be specifically at the same. No, but look at this. Z, letter Z. Z is absolutely in a different place with letter V. 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost four letters difference. So you did it intentionally. You naughty boy. I remember. You naughty boy. Yeah. Broken heart. Waiting more than 2 months for Skype video call with a lady who we matched interest. Can you explain why you wait for 2 months? Why you wait for 2 months? The lady is from Match Guarantee, or you found her by yourself? Why you waiting for 2 months? Can you give more explanation that then I can give you my idea? Rebel, I figured that that was the case, but yet the channel made a video making a mockery of me when I said how much it costs to find a woman in Ukraine. It takes a lot of dates and rarely connect with first date. That wasn't a mockery, I guess. That wasn't a mockery, definitely. But just, I know some guys who are looking for years and still cannot find, and that's not because there are no good ladies for them, but that because they are not listening, no, they're listening, but they're not hearing the tips. But at the same time, I understand if the person want just lady like this, he has the right to want just lady like this, not listening to any advice. But then the responsibility is all on him, not on the match guarantee or some other matchmaking company, right? So if for many years or the guy met a lot of girls and still not successful, so means something going wrong. Need to analyze what was wrong, need to check what types of lady he was choosing all the time, what age group, what style type, and then maybe something should be changed. Normally coaches should give those tips, and kind of instructions, or give piece of advice. Sometimes when I talk to one lady for a long time, I know her personality, I can feel her. And when I think some guy, I can understand they're too different and that won't work, or they're really good couple. So good coaches can do that. They can feel even that. Not necessarily doing horoscopes or zodiacs or something, but knowing people's personality and having an idea of every person, then you can understand if these people can be good match or not. Of course, that's not guarantee. That's not guarantee. Even God cannot guarantee nothing right now, not to talking about other people guaranteeing some successful relationship, but at least they can help and they can give some tips and necessary instructions. But some guys, as some girls, they cannot hear because they want something, something fantasy. Some of them live in fantasy world or have too much demands or very high demands. And of course, then the story can be long. The story can be long. But if you're successful, probably you can find the lady from the first date or from the second, and that's fine. That can be. But you should be prepared for long story. Probably that video tells about that if something goes wrong with the first lady, you should be ready to continue searching, and continue searching will cost money. Every coming to Ukraine, every time paying for something, every time sending some presents, and then again disappointment. Of course, that will cost some money. So that's why I guess, but not to mock you or something. Global Bloodstock, hello, thanks for coming, for finding time. Hi Vita, please excuse me for being late. I hope that you are well and that Sumi is peaceful today. Not peaceful, but thanks God in comparison with other cities. I see that it is not throughout Ukraine. Yeah. It is throughout all Ukraine. Yes. Today we saw rockets, yesterday drones were shot and we got shelling, but we are fine. Did you see about the film? About the siege of Sumy this week? Oh my God! Yes, I saw that film. But that wasn't a film about siege of Sumy. I'm waiting for it to appear on YouTube at the end of this month. What kind of film? And can you tell me? Because I was sent yesterday one video, but the video was mostly talking about western part of Ukraine, Lugansk, Donetsk, that part. And then at the end of the video, he told about Sumy, that Sumy will be smashed to the earth, and there is no good army here, and what we're gonna do, and that to get Sumy is a very good target for them because via Sumy they can make kind of clash, and occupy some railway nets and stations and lines. So like very reasonable for them would be to occupy Sumy or to come via Sumy or to attack Sumy or to invade Sumy or to smash Sumy to the ground. I didn't like that video because I know for sure that the protection of Sumy is really good. So he is not here and he cannot judge. If we are talking about that, if you're talking about that guy, so I cannot agree with that. Hopefully he is mistaken. Hopefully he is mistaken. But tell me what's the name of this movie, or what's that? One second, guy. One second. Or what's the name of the video? Tell me. Global Bloodstock. What Rebel, and they provided a sheet with expenses that their clients had up to the point of marriage to show their expenses. How is it a mockery when they are transparent about it and showing others? Yes, so that's not a mockery. That's not a mockery. That's just the matter of chance. That's the matter of your luckiness. That's the matter of your being wise. And and the chemistry, what can happen between you and the lady. That's it, actually. That's it. But nobody can guarantee your being successful, of course, because we don't know your inner desires also, what your expectations from lady. But what? That the amount you mentioned has been inaccurate based on their client's experience. Okay, I don't know what you are talking, guys, about. I don't see even amount. Eyes open. If Ukraine wins, what will happen to the people of Crimea and Donbass? What you want to hear from me? Let's start from that. What exactly specifically you tell what will happen to the people of Crimea and Donbass? People who don't want to be Ukrainian, they can voluntarily move to Russia, to any other region. People who are okay to be Ukrainian or still feels to be Ukrainian and just waiting for ZSU, they of course will stay there and live and they will be happy. Collaborants who were against Ukraine and helped Russia to organize all these pseudo referendums, who gave information about our military position, they will be punished, of course, I believe, and those people should be punished. And not only, I can tell you, not only in Donbass and Crimea that can happen, that happens now in all cities, almost all over Ukraine. All collaborants who keep telling the same shitty words against Ukraine, that Russia did good coming here and should be like that, and motivate and get some money. I read yesterday one lady was caught in Kiev. Just imagine, in Kiev. She is working at the railway. At the railway, I don't remember her position, but something. And she was working with Russians. And she was selling the information about electrical infrastructure. And I saw screenshots when she's corresponding with this Russian guy, and he gave her specifically task about specifical substation, electrical substation, and she was giving excuses that day she cannot make videos because too much military, but she talked to her friends and friends said it's not working right now, so they are fixing. And how many times this specific substation got incoming hits. Do you think these people have to get mercy? No, they will be punished, all of them, because due to such people, innocent people die and suffer. People who sell information for money, who help to correct, to direct the fire, and who actually do these things, I believe they should be punished. So, what's gonna happen with Crimea and Donbass people? That depends what kind of people in Donbass and Crimea. If those people were selling real Ukrainians to Russians, which were after torturing, they should be punished or thrown away. People who doesn't want to stay under Ukraine, they can move. Who wants to stay with Ukraine, they will stay safely and then keep living. What you want to ask me by this question? You think Ukrainian army will come and smash everything there and kill everybody who were living there? No, that's not our system. No, of course. Even now, even now, people who were helping to organize pseudo-referendums, our special services find that people, give them special documents, like suspicion, as it says, says in our language, and they will be judged, and there will be open case, and people will be punished. People will be punished. Who wants to be with Russia should move to Russia. That's it, easily. But that's not about something cruelty or something, killing people or something. People always have choice to stay here or to go there. So, but that of course depends on what people were doing. People who motivated Russians to come there, who was calling them there, and who helped them to organize the new Russian world, the Russian system there. Of course, they shouldn't stay on Ukrainian territory. The way and the method, how they move out, that's, up to their choice, I guess. So, what? You forget that Jacob was naughty? I'm trying to get better, but still can't help it. Yeah, naughty. Yeah. Global Bloodstock, the film. The film is called Sumi, We Gave Them Breath. It was showing on Druzhba this week. Okay, because I am in panic and I understood you incorrectly. I was thinking about the movie about how it happened in Sumi. Yeah, that I didn't see this movie, but I saw some movies already which were made about Sumi, and to remember all that. Oh my God, I wish I never survived that once again. I thought, because I was very nervous yesterday about that video which I was sent, but then finally I got some idea, or I tried to convince myself that I don't have to worry about such analysis, because the guy said some wrong words, due to which I understand he doesn't know the real situation here. So I a little bit calm down. I was thinking about future siege, not about past. Yeah, I need to check. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, because I'm not into movies right now, but I will check definitely. Tom, Putin's army can't fight in conventional war because they lose badly, so they attack civilians cowardly. Yes, that's true. That's true. But anyway, they get some success. We should admit that. If I tell no, they are losing everywhere, that wouldn't be true. They occupied some territories, right? Still some part of Zaporozhye region, of Kherson region, Berdyansk, Melitopol. By the way, Melitopol, Mariupol. Melitopol, I read today that only left 30% of population of there. 30%. So it was like around, I guess, 150,000 people. Right now it's around 50 or maybe less, 50,000 people. So yeah, people who don't want to stay there and to live in this new reality, they move. Probably you heard about Vasilyevka, that's near Zaporozhye, and that's like the only and the main way to be evacuated from Lugansk as well, and from Berdyansk. And they called the road between the cities and Vasilyevka, this road called the Road of Life. The Road of Life. That's like the main possibility to get to Zaporozhye and to be evacuated further to more peaceful and calm regions. But unfortunately, this road is very dangerous, and a lot of victims, a lot of people were killed and injured there while trying to be evacuated by this road. So yeah, but people still who wants, they move out, they find the chances and possibilities and they move. Yeah. Global bloodstock. Суспільне. Okay, cool. Thanks for hinting, because really, guys, now I'm checking only about electricity, about future offensive, where they are, how close they are, and my mind is all around those facts. So, but as for movie, I will check. Yeah, thanks. Jacob, you can be successful in dating with Ukrainian women, but you need to do the opposite of what you are used to in USA. Yeah, that is hard to do, and we'll have to rehearse a lot and really understand difference. Yeah, the difference really exists, guys. Difference really exists, different mentalities, but what gives me hope? What gives me hope? I really have some friends. I have some friends in USA, in Europe, and while talking to them, I absolutely understand we are on the same page. I don't feel this difference of mentality. Yeah, we can have lived different lives, different system of lives. We can discuss that's difference, right? But the feelings, the emotions, the reactions, we have the same, and that gives me big hope that even the mentality is different, of course, but still a lot of people with whom you can be absolutely on the same page, no misunderstanding. I mean, like, oh my god, that's strange, or that's too different, so still I believe, if that's the destiny, and tries and being flexible from both sides, I believe that can happen and that can be successful. That can happen and that can be successful. Depends on efforts involved and invested from both sides, not only from your side, guys, from ladies too. From ladies too. That should be dialogue, not monologue in this way. Yeah, Tom, Putin will blow his own brains out just like Hitler did. He only wants to commit mayhem. He will be remembered and cursed for 1,000 years. Mission accomplished. Yeah, mission accomplished. That's true. That's true. That's true. I listened to a couple of his interviews, not interviews, a couple of his speeches when he was congratulating with civilian aircraft of their country. And of course, he said that we need to live in new reality. We need to make import exchange, because details we cannot get. But he said the numbers of flights even growing now. Europe wanted that we would be blocked, but the number of flights even growing. So this sphere is growing and developing successfully, even in these hard times. So yeah, and he said something about Europe. I don't remember what he said. On 21st February, he gonna get speech in front of Parliament discussing the situation here. We'll see. What? Not just dating, but also texting. As Joseph mentioned in one of his streams on the Match Guarantee channel, 2-3 text max per week. Vita, what are your thoughts on this? What? Not just dating, but also texting? What do you mean 2-3 text max per week? that your texting with your lady should be limited up to 2-3 texts? You mean this, what? I absolutely disagree. Sorry. Absolutely. I believe, and from my personal experience, and from experience of many people, texting, non-stop texting. Not being annoying, of course. We are not telling like that. If the lady asks you and said like she's at work and she cannot answer you, but still, you can let her know about yourself. Texting should be constantly, and texting, guys, for some people even easier than face-to-face dating at the beginning of relationship. It's easier for people to be more sincere, to open some secrets, not seeing face-to-face each other, not blushing, because some things can be shameful, confusing to tell the person whom you still don't trust for 100%. Texting helps to build relationships, and especially sexual relationship, and that can be a really good start for that. That's my absolute and firm belief. I'm for texting. Being married for more than 10 years, I believe successfully. I keep texting to my husband, and he keeps texting to me whenever we are. And that helps to discuss many things, especially, guys, when you angry or you have some fight and it's not comfortable to talk face to face. Texting, messaging can help you to overcome this, conflict zone, and even to say sorry, because you can say sorry sincerely even by text. But for some people can be difficult to say sorry face to face, and he would prefer to shut up and not to say sorry instead of look eyes to eyes. But if the lady knows her man well, and if she knows he's sincere, she will appreciate that. Very good development for sexual relationship if you guys texting. But of course, she should trust you, you should trust her. And when she's at work and when you are at work, and you can do some things like that, when you come back home, you gotta have absolutely different atmosphere. Absolutely. Of course, you should be delicate. You should be understanding when to text something sexy, okay? When she's busy really with something and you demand direct answer, and right now sometimes girls need to concentrate on something, or she should be relaxed, not being in a hurry, not being upset, not being at the meeting with the boss and you demand immediately answer, do you want me, or what you would like to try tonight, should be right time, but you should feel the person. I am absolutely for texting. Dating, that's for sure. But between dating, good morning, good night, good day, what are you doing? I am there, you are here. Would you like, do you want? Just sudden question, what comes to your mind? I would like to ask you, would you mind answering me? Because this question makes me anxious or something. I am for texting, and I believe texting absolutely helps to build good relationship and can help in a lot of different situations. That's my experience and my advice. If you trust my my insight, guys, I'm for that. I'm for that. Jacob, in the USA, the lady will think you're weird if you want to pick them up or take them home on the first date. Really? Oh my God. In Ukraine, you should do only like that. Only like that. The only thing, guys, the only thing, if she is not sure still she likes you or she wants to continue communicating with you, she's kind of testing you or has some doubts or hesitation, she may not want you to pick her up from home and bring her back home. But if she let you do that, It's a very good sign. It means she really likes you. And this is very romantic actions. And our ladies like that. Our ladies like that. Really, really. And it's still absolutely common here. Of course, sometimes that's not like you don't have possibility, but still, it's a very good for Ukrainian women. She will feel like you are interested, and if she likes you, she will be happy. What? Not just dating? No, sorry. That's what's different. Juan, hello, Vita the Brain. I'm glad to not be too late to your stream. Thanks for coming. Always, no matter if it's like late or early, I'm always happy to see you guys, all of you. Yeah, unfortunately, we get just like 2-3 minutes, guys. And yeah. Gregory, Vita, there is a rumor on some YouTube channels about Ukraine using chemicals weapons. Is this true? Oh my God, no, I don't believe that. No, I don't believe, and I read that fake. I don't believe. Oh, first of all, I cannot tell is it true or not for 100%. Let's start from that, right? Because, let me check the information. I will check and I will give you my thoughts. But for now, if you ask me for now, I would tell that's not true. Not to protect my country, not to make them white and Russians black. No, I am objective person. But I believe that's not true. I saw something like that. So, guys. What? He mentioned something like that, yes, that a man should not text the woman he's dating too much on a weekly basis and said something like 2 messages per week max, one for setting up the date. Sorry, I completely disagree with Joseph. Totally. Completely. I am for texting. And I know a lot of stories. I told you guys the story that the story was about my Russian friend, but we all understand we have a lot in common, like almost the same, right? Their relationship were based on text messaging for 3 months. She hated the guy, but texting her, being away from her, he was at work at a different city. They were texting each other, even touching some sexual situations, even not too deep, okay? Not too much detail, but something, light hints, trying, what can be, the style, the chemistry, how it can be. So talking about that too. After 3 months of just texting, he came, she took him from the airport, and he started to live in her apartment immediately that specific day. Just texting. Here's the example. My personal example. I gave you my personal example, and I gave you example of my friend, and I can give you millions of such examples. Millions. So, guys, have to go, unfortunately. I see a lot of questions. Okay, the last question, Juan, I will answer you. I saw a video of Ukrainian lady who didn't want the man to pick her up at home for the date because she was embarrassed of her apartment. Is this common? Absolutely. Yes. And I know such girl who had a very bad condition of her apartment, like poor surrounding, bad furniture, no decoration, no repairing. And she didn't let the guy come inside, and she was meeting with him outside somewhere a little bit far from the city, not city, house, not because she didn't like him, but she was embarrassed, and I can understand her. I would do the same, by the way. But if everything is fine, but to pick you up, that not necessarily to come inside the house. You can wait at the gate, at the entrance, and just letting know I'm here, you can get down, so I'm waiting for you. That's it. Lady just coming out, being nice, sit in the car or in the taxi, or they walk together from there, not necessarily come inside the apartment. Okay, guys, please, I'm sorry for those questions I didn't have time to answer. Please ask them tomorrow. If you remember what you wanted to ask me specifically, I'm all yours tomorrow, hopefully for 2 hours, hopefully same time, but I will be ready to answer them tomorrow. Sorry. For guys who don't know what about our channel, I give you some information.
Our channel is the world's first of its kind, providing free live streaming every single day for you. 7 days a week with the real, genuine, beautiful Ukrainian ladies. Now you have the opportunity to video chat free 7 days a week with different, beautiful Ukrainian girls of all ages and walks of life. You get to ask all your deepest, burning questions about all things Ukraine, Ukraine culture, Ukraine women, and Ukraine current events. And if you come to enough of our live streams, you might just discover what makes us mysterious Ukrainian women tick. Okay, so we will see you live every day over at ukrainedating.tv.
Goodbye, guys. Thanks for coming today, and hope to see all of you hopefully tomorrow the same time, but I will update you to new electrical schedule, okay? And we continue our conversation. All questions I will be happy to answer tomorrow, okay? Have a nice rest of Friday, all of you. Goodbye, guys.